Hello everybody, it's me, Tyler from DSWB, and welcome to my game room.
空が海を抱くみたいに愛し合えた奇跡をもう一度だけもう一度だけ幻でいい
So this is about 8 years worth of collecting here. I've been collecting most of this over the past 8 years. Some consoles such as my Nintendo 64 and Wii I've had longer. The Wii isn't retro because, you know, the Wii's newer than me, so I'd be calling myself retro, and that makes me feel old. So I couldn't really pick a great place to start here in my game room, but we'll start over here by the Atari and boxed games. So as you can see, I got a couple of boxed Sega Genesis games here, mainly the Konami games like Sunset Riders and Ninja Turtles, which are both classics. I have a boxed 32X game, which is Doom. It's actually down there with my other Sega Genesis games, and I have I think I have about 35 Atari 2600 games here. You know, we got the classics like Pitfall and Kaboom. Pretty much all the good ones. And here I have a couple of boxed Super Nintendo games. This is my greatest one, probably, because it's complete in box. It's not in perfect condition, but it's pretty nice looking. I also have the Chess Master, because the Chess Master is a classic Super Nintendo game. It doesn't even have anything besides the game in there. I have 2 VHS tapes, The Wall and Batman, and I also have one NES game in box, and that is Micro Machines, which isn't even an officially licensed Nintendo game. So here are my Nintendo 64 games, which are really the first ones I ever got. Here's pretty much have all the good ones on the top. Got Mario 64, Mario Kart 64, Star Fox, Tetris, all the classic N64 games. Here are my Sega Master System and Genesis games. We have Afterburner, Hang On Safari Hunt, and Ghostbusters. As for the Genesis games, we have Sonic the Hedgehog, Sonic 2, Sonic Spinball, Sonic 3D Blast, Genesis 6-Pack, G-Lock Air Battle, Afterburner 2, Altered Beast, Super Monaco GP, The Adventures of Batman and Robin, Spider-Man, X-Men 2, Greatest Heavyweights, NBA Jam Tournament Edition, NFL Quarterback Club, Mortal Kombat 2, Rolling Thunder 2, Hard Driving, Double Dragon 5, Pitfall the Mine Adventures, Lethal Enforcers, Gunfighters, and Lethal Enforcers. Here are the EA Genesis games. I keep them separated because the EA cartridges are weird. We have Urban Strike, NHL 96, Road Rash, and Mario Andretti Racing. And then here at the end, I have the 32X games, which Star Wars, Motocross Championship, Virtua Racing, see that, Virtua Fighter, and Doom, which I mentioned earlier. Also have Sonic and just on top of that, we have most of our disc games here. This is Dreamcast, so we got Ready to Rumble, Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2, Time Stalkers, NFL Blitz, Sonic Adventure, and here's some PS1 games, Lunar Silver Star Story. This is like a $200 PS1 game. Tetris Plus, and this is Sewer Shark. That's for the Sega CD. Some Japanese PSP games. I'm not quite sure what all of them are. I know most of them are Monster Hunter Portable. I've never played any of them. I know my PSP can play these. All of our Japanese games we get from the same guy. Here's some PS2 stuff, Hulk, Grand Theft Auto, Vice City Stories. This is a Lupin the Third Pachinko game, which I've talked about Lupin on this channel before, so had to pick that one up. Scarface is over here, Grand Theft Auto, Vice City Stories. And then we got the Sega CD games, and those are Jurassic Park, Tom Cat Alley, Fahrenheit. That is a CD32X game, so it's like 2 discs. Beyond the Line, that's a terrible racing game now on the Sega CD. Gunfighters, Lethal Enforcers 2, Prize Fighter, Advanced Dungeons and Dragons, and this is Sonic CD. I don't have the original case. And then here's my very small GameCube collection because I think the GameCube's overrated and the games cost too much. I have Mario Golf, Smash Melee, Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, Sonic Mega Collection, Wave Race, Blue Storm, Star Wars Rogue Squadron 3, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Sonic Heroes, Fight Night Round 2, and then this is a Japanese copy of Animal Crossing CIB, so pretty neat. And if you're wondering what this is a bunch of burnt Dreamcast games because I'm not paying $200 for Marvel vs. Capcom 2. Up here on top of all that, we have Voltron Funko Pop, Denji, and Shinji. We have the VCR. We got the obligatory ET statue. If you don't have an ET statue, you just ain't doing it right. Burnt Sega CD games, and my PSP. Also ET for the Atari 2600. I have almost 80 NES games, so I'm not gonna go over them all like those other games. So I'm gonna just show off some of my favorites. Here are all my NES games. On the left side, we got some of my favorites. Mike Tyson's Punch-Out, the original Mario Brothers, Tetris, Contra and Castlevania right next to each other, DuckTales, and Bionic Commando. That game's awesome. Right side of my collection here, we got the first 2 Double Dragon games. Double Dragon 3 is not as good as the first. Ninja Gaiden, Tecmo Bowl, Turtles 2, Narc, even though that's a terrible port of the arcade version. All the way in the bottom left, we got Galaga here. So that's all my NES games. On to the last batch of games here, we have Super Nintendo, F-Zero, Mario Kart, Super Metroid, Star Fox, Super Play Action Football, Donkey Kong Country, Super Punch-Out, Turtles 4, Sunset Riders, $90 game. What is that? Super Smash TV, NBA Jam, Super Star Wars, Super Empire Strikes Back, Super Return of the Jedi, Race Driving, Paperboy 2, Captain America, Dragon's Lair, Super Off-Road, Best of the Best Championship Karate, Super Ghouls and Ghosts, Marvel War for the Gems, and this is a Japanese copy of Super Mario All-Star that I paid $15 for. Super Game Boy, and Game Genie, because why not? Also, Master System gun. So, now that we're done talking about almost all the games, let's talk about the consoles and arcade machines. So first up, we have the Sega Master System with Shinobi in it. Got the Atari 2600 with the Genesis controller because the Atari controllers suck. We have Super Nintendo with Super Mario World. Got the original Nintendo. Got the GameCube. Got the top loader NES. Sega Dreamcast. Nintendo 64. Sega Genesis with the 32X and the Sega CD. Got the Wii. We got the PS2 with a Raspberry Pi hooked up because my PS2's disk drive is dead. I have 5 arcade cabinets in total. 2 are in my room. You can see them in my previous videos. They're Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter 2. But we have Centipede out here, and we have Star Wars as well. These are both arcade one-ups, obviously not real cabinets, because we don't have the money to afford real cabinets. And here is my MAME arcade cabinet. As you can see, it's got 4 players. It's got dual light guns, so you can play Area 51 2-player. It's pretty fun. It's got the Laserdisc games like Dragon's Lair. As you can see in this clip here, I'm going to lose immediately because I'm terrible at Dragon's Lair, but it's still a cool game because all the Laserdisc games are cool. There you go. And it can play normal arcade games like Dig Dug, and Dig Dug's awesome. I hope you enjoyed that little overview of my game room. If you want to check out my other DSWB videos, it'd be greatly appreciated. Make sure to drop a like and subscribe if you enjoyed this, and I'll see you all in the next one.